later in this video of madness. And I grew up like ignored, abandoned with my siblings. We lived amongst the trash. We were bullied at school, bullied at home. I was raped by my stepfather. After my mother and father divorced, I had a stepfather. I was raped by him when I was 13. Anyway, long story short, so much happened in 5 years. Man, oh man, it feels like my memory has been erased. You've always been my buddy. Oh, I know, buddy. You've always been my own buddy. I've always been my own friend and even enemy at times, but also my only friend. Even like when I had my suicide attempts and then like everybody abandoned me, my YouTube, my friends, I didn't have anybody, no friends, no family. I was my own friends and family. I was always there by my side. I was riding on a white, soft wool, is it wool or fur? Camel. And the camel was so wise and soft and sweet and like smiley. You know, camels, they're just like very smiley, like it's like hardships doesn't exist. I love them so much, they're so sweet. And the memory was really connected to a childhood memory, like as in the dream I was remembering a childhood memory. Like that's how realistic was the dream. Like I was in the dream, I was riding the camel and I remembered my childhood memory. Like I knew that, oh, this is my childhood memory. Like how can reality feel so dense? And then the camel has come to a stop and then I saw like very hardworking men. Like there were men hardworking, making walls and like shaving the camels and like doing stuff with wolves. I don't know, like maybe building the hills, I don't know. And then I asked the camel, what do you think of this? And he said like, and it's only for one reason that I feel great. I don't want to tell the name of the person, but like somebody popular on YouTube have been talking to me and I've been talking to them and we were sharing life stories, me giving them advices, and they're just like, we were connecting. We were so far apart. We're gonna make it. We're gonna paint our past. No matter what haters gonna say, we're gonna fucking do it, baby. Everybody who had been stomped upon, who've been like pushed to the floor, pushed aside, fucking push through, fly, just run, be you unapologetically. I'm back, I'm still alive. It's really hot tonight in Melbourne, Australia. Yes, that's where I am. It's really fucking hot. Like I can see, you know, like when it's really hot, you see the flies just turning around like at the light pole. There's so many of them. There's like an army of flies. I don't know if that's excitement or what's happening. Like I'm just okay, am I ready? I should be. Let's go. I'm so fucking excited. For those who do not know, I sent these FutureMe letters in the past, obviously, in a very dark chapter in my life. Oh bro, where do I even fucking start? I mean, everybody has gone through so much, but the things I have gone through, bro. Okay, let me try to summarize as much as I can. So I've grown up, I've come from a very broken home, a toxic home. Like my first memory from childhood is my mother being beaten up, crying. My mother was an orphan. She was married off to my father when she was 13. He didn't love her. So the house was just like always domestic violence and noise. I just grew up in so much noise and screaming and fear. So I came here, I ran away. So what happened is I've gone so much like in my life where I've come from, like the country I've come from, so in the Middle East. And I grew up like ignored, abandoned with my siblings. We lived amongst the trash. We were bullied at school, bullied at home. It's too much to like explain in one video, but I was raped by my stepfather. After my mother and father divorced, I had a stepfather. I was raped by him when I was 13. Anyway, long story short is I had to run away from the toxic life that I had. So I used the student abroad sponsorship to like get away. That's what happened. I came here. So the thing is with the student scholarship is it's paid by the government back home, right? But I had to come back home like after I finished my studying. So what happened is I didn't know where my position was. Obviously I can't go back home because I'm also a gay man. So we go back, so we get prosecuted and jailed because like the LGBTQ plus community are not human beings. unlike here in Australia, I work and have friends. Like my life is very, very normal. Like I'm a normal human being. Anyway, so I struggled to work in here and study as well. When I came like from, excuse me, I'm very excited. I came fresh from trauma. So yeah, because I came from a very toxic home, I couldn't function in society. I used to cry in class a lot. Also the English, my English language was not as good as it right now. Right now I'm obviously a writer, my English is so much better. But when I came, my English was so bad to a point I didn't even understand what part-time job meant. I was so, like, I couldn't talk, not only because my English, I also didn't have anything to bring to the table. I couldn't talk about my family, I couldn't talk about my life, what's going on. I've been like locked in my room for so many years, I don't know how to socialize. So I came here and I graduated. I don't know how, I just studied English literature because my dream was to write my book eventually. And upon graduation, I didn't know, like, obviously I was supposed to turn back home. I was forced to go back home, but I shouldn't have, because I would, you know, I would go back to zero. I would go back to my grave, basically. That I finally started living and exploring my freedom and identity. So when I became this one, upon graduation, I had a suicide attempt because I thought I was going to be forced back home. But luck has it that I got my way in with like a permanent protection visa, so I stayed as a asylum seeker, as a refugee. Well, what happened is I was given a bridging visa. So a bridging visa allows you to stay until the decision of your protection visa. So I was given a bridging visa and I was homeless at this time. So suicide attempt, I woke up basically the next day. I was homeless, I was on a bridging visa which didn't give me work rights. So I don't know even how I lived, man. So I struggled with drugs. That was like my only way. I was even an anti-drug person. I was an anti-drugs person to a point I used to bully my friends. So when I came here, my friends were like the toxic friends I got when I came to Australia, because, you know, birds of a feather flock together. So I had the toxic friends who did drugs. I didn't do drugs, but afterwards, like when I became homeless and they ditched me, I was so distressed and depressed, and like my life was so pointless that I started to take drugs. Like literally I was alone, nobody was with me. I was like, even if whatever I'm gonna have is gonna kill me, even if it's not real drugs, I'm just gonna have it. I didn't care about my life at all. But like has it that actually after this drug experience, the next day I was so positive. The next day I wanted to reconnect with myself as an artist. Just a disclaimer, do not fucking take drugs. They're gonna fucking ruin your life. They're gonna waste your life away. Something I did not say in the videos because I was trying to hide the fact that I was not doing well. Like when I was taking these drugs, it was just like one thing. There was MDMA, ecstasy basically. So I went clubbing and there was like this French beauty came to me. She was like hi, and she came to me like the snake who tempted Eve, and she told me like, you need something strong. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take whatever it is, maybe might as well try to be happy. But then I got hooked. Like the reason why I felt motivated the next day is because when I took the ecstasy, that was the first time I've ever felt happy, I've ever felt confident, I've ever felt that I knew myself. So the next day I felt like, oh, I can be that person. I think that's what motivated me. But yeah, I was struggling back then. Like during that time, like when I took ecstasy, I was going to take, like I was clubbing in the same venue every weekend. Yeah, because I was lost. I just wanted to be happy. I didn't care how I lived my life. It was so fucking sad, man. Fucking hell. But yeah, just a disclaimer. Okay, back to the video. So I started busking as an artist, and eventually, if you see from my other videos, I was eventually slowly becoming something. And right now, if you search my name, Chocolate Wolf, you can see interviews, you can see articles about me. But anyhow, eventually I survived the homelessness after 3 years. Literally just recently, 2001, this is my first home ever in my whole life. I call this home, which I'm going to also, the rent is increasing, so I have to, right now I'm in a position where I'm trying to find another place, so it's not home anymore. I have a problem with, like, I have paranoia, a problem of security and home. The idea of, like, I never have home. I'm always moving on. I'm always moving. I want to feel secure. I want to feel like I don't have an uncertain future. I'm so tired of thinking of uncertainty of, like, when can I have a roof on my head. Anyhow, I'm blabbling, as you can see, like, my story is too long. But anyhow, I survived homelessness and all of that. And I just recently started living. Literally, my art, my digital art started to flourish. I've just published my first 2 books ever. And I just published my fashion brand, my own fashion brand. These were all dreams my past me would have never ever known he can make true, and they all happened. And the funny part is, all of these dreams were nothing to do with him. As in, like, the books I published were to do with the time I was homeless. That was not to do with my story, my memoir, and it was not to do with the novel that I was working on back then, when I was studying here. Anyway, long story short, I made my dreams true technically, but it's not the same dreams. That even better, it's better dreams. So yeah, life takes you to, you just go with the flow, bro. Life will take you. You just work hard on living and just explore yourself and do whatever makes you happy, and eventually life will take you to places, open doors. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to write I'm going to read the letter right now. The funny part is, I'm so excited that maybe you can see from this video that it has been so long since I've been so transparent and open with you guys. I don't even know if somebody's gonna watch this video. If you're watching this video, I appreciate you so much. I feel like my YouTube had died down. I feel like my YouTube had been abandoned. I do find some people who would like and watch and comment from every now and then, but it would be like one person interacting or something like that. I appreciate you so much, even if, like, you watched until this point. Yes, I don't know, I mean, I'm making this video, like, literally I'm making this video for people, not for myself. Maybe, like, this YouTube channel is my diary. Even if I die, I just want to keep everything in here. I just want people to, like, if they want to visit me, they would visit this YouTube channel and see how my life was like, because basically it's called Yokoshima Diary. My Instagram is Yokoshima Diary and stuff, but my YouTube channel is Jack with Wolf, because that's how I've become. That's what I've become. What am I talking about? I'm talking about my life. Now, okay, there she is. Wow, October 19, 2018. Today is October 19, 2023. Holy shit, 2018, 19, 21, 2, 3. 5 years. So much happened in 5 years. Man, oh man, it feels like my memory has been erased. There's so much has happened throughout these 5 years, to a point I feel like, god damn, only 5 years? It felt like so long. I feel so old. Anyway, so dear future me, I'm a mess, confused. I think I am getting better, so I am trying to stay that positive. Anyhow, I had my suicide attempt still fresh, kind of, in me. I started MDMA, drugs, partying, and now left with being motivated again somehow. Perhaps I learned that I would feel better this way. So just to explain this, that was during the time that I had the suicide attempt, and then I was trying the drugs, and then for some reason MDMA made me helped me to connect with a happiness I didn't know that wasn't me, connect with confidence I didn't know that wasn't me. So the next day I felt like, oh, I can actually be that, because it's easy. It's like, it's me. I don't know, just help me. I feel like, as Kylie Minogue says, destiny has a funny way when it comes and takes all your cares away. That's a disclaimer. I don't think that was true. I think what was true is that right now that I actually read the letter again, I feel like what I was talking about is I was so distressed that that was my plan. That was like, I was thinking that was my purpose. That was like, for me, it's just like to be happy, to do drugs and do dancing. I think that was, yeah, like right now thinking as the person that I used to be back then, I was insane. I was not stable at all. Like, you can find my videos from back then. I was not stable at all. Yeah, so was only very normal for that person that I was who would think this way. They're just like, I would just be better this way. Yeah, I think I remember this line. I think that's what I meant. But so many deep stuff like this, people have to stop sometimes and just think and ponder what the fuck am I talking about. Anyway, so, well, I am starting my final trimester soon. I'll be graduating, and you probably know, and the only one who knows how this feels like when I had the graduation and then I was afraid of my future and then my visa and all of that. I'm the only one who would feel like know how that really felt. Very fucking interesting. Like, this is the past me talking to me. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm talking to you. It's okay. It's like you don't know you have become this person. You don't know. We're talking through a fucking letter via email. Anyway, you've always been my buddy. Oh, I know, buddy. You've always been my own buddy. I've always been my own friend and even enemy at times, but also my only friend. Even like when I had my suicide attempts and then like everybody abandoned me, my YouTube, my friends, I didn't have anybody, no friends, no family. I was my own friends and family. I was always there by my side. But that's life. You're your own body. In the end, it's you. Excuse me, it's you and you who are going to go together. Again, what I was meaning there is you and you, as in like you and the voice in your head. You and the person talking to you. What would you call that? It's not a spirit. The mind? I don't know. What is that? What is like the voice of you? Is it the universe talking to you? You've come together and you're gonna go together. So you are like you build yourself. Oh my god, what I'm talking about. I'm starting to get confused and dizzy. Anyway, panic attack. Anyway, wanted to see how are things now. I am planning too many projects here. Getting back to busking and singing, trying to find a band and part-time job. Painting and trying to publish these evil writings of this Kindle shit. Let me explain this. So I wanted to see how things are. Oh, things are so much fucking better. You're so much happier, so much peaceful. You have confidence. You have an identity of your own. You know who you are. You know how to speak to people. You know how to make people feel better. Even you have grown so much to a point people have come to you for advice. You have grown so much, kid. So much, kid. Okay, so I am planning too many projects here. You still are, but some projects have done with. I just need marketing to make my projects get exposure. Anyway, next. Getting back to busking and singing. Yes, so I was busking and singing before, but I had social anxiety, so I didn't do it as much. But later, when I was homeless, I was busking and like without instruments. I was just like busking, selling my paintings, and then singing without instruments. And that's how I got like some pennies and money, and then that's how I built myself a little. But yeah, I'm still right now working on my singing part. Busking wise, I don't need it anymore because I have my own website, bro. I'm selling through my website. If you're interested, you can have a look. The link in down below. Singing wise, I have all the lyrics ready. I have the tunes ready as well. I just need to record like hire a recording place or like a rehearsal studio so I can have this like space where I can sing and be myself and sing out loud. And then I'm gonna put them on these music tunes I produced, and then I can send them to a music producer or a music brand or somebody. Like I'm gonna take one step afterwards. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. Just so you guys know what I mean, this is my album file. These are some of the songs I've written so far. They are such bangers, I'm not even fucking joking. They have so much feelings. I can't wait to shock the world with them. But yeah, the singing project is also coming and it's so much better. Like, to be honest, my songs has become so much fucking better, triple the time. Because of the pain, because of the way I've become a poet. Like, throughout homelessness, I've been writing a lot, and like my phone I've been reading and recording my thoughts and everything. Which brings me to the next sentence, which says, I've been painting, trying to publish these evil writings. Evil writings, what I mean is my memoir. I was really struggling to finish my book to do with my story. But right now I know I'm not gonna publish it until I make all my dreams true. It's not ready yet, and it's just collecting, and it's just the draft is too long, but it's not ready to be published. And the other writing was that my novel, I was writing a ballroom dance novel about like two guys falling in love. Anyways, so it was called Waltz, but I couldn't, I was saying they were evil. It's because I had a hard time to finish them back then, but I'm so glad that I didn't finish them, because right now when I looked at the old drafts, they are they were so rushed, and they were like my English wasn't as good, because when I became homeless, that's how my reading became so much better, because I had so much time in my hands. So I was reading a lot, underlining sentences and words that I didn't understand, and look up the vocabulary and stuff. I'm starting to get dizzy because of that. The worst part is that I was crazy, and you guys don't know what black, dark stuff was in that novel. Like very, very dark stuff, even sexually, even like depression wise. It's something just not good. It's just like crazy. It's a crazy person's novel. That's what it was, in a very inappropriate way. It was really, really fucked up. So yes, on Kindle shit. Kindle's like, I don't understand how to publish via Kindle. So right now, if you can go to Amazon, you can find my books, and that's because I published them through a company called Kindle. It's like working through Amazon. So my books are out there, 2 of them are books, and both of the books have nothing to do with the past self, and he doesn't even know. These 2 books are, one is called The Homeless Photographer. You can have a look, you can look inside, like it's better if you can see from the link and you can see it by yourself. So The Homeless Photographer is basically an album of self-reflection. It has the photographs that I took when I was homeless. I had a camera for my, like, it was my only companion, and then we were parted by hunger. I had to sell it to eat. Yeah, so the photos I took when I was homeless, but then like after surviving homelessness and I found the photos, I realized that it was self-reflectory. Like they were actually showing me how I felt. Like I was taking photos of empty seats, empty bicycles, of people, of lovers, of natures, a lot of like dead trees. There's so much more. The introduction in the book explains more about these photos, so I really do recommend that you check them out. You check these books, they're so beautiful. I made them myself, top to bottom, design and everything. The second book is called an anthology of feelings, which is like what I said, the thoughts and poems that I was typing on my phone. Back then I knew that's the book that I really wanted to make, as in like I really wanted to make a collection of all of these thoughts and poems into a book. But they've gone so much, there are like so much of them, to a point that right now one book is not enough. So I decided to make a whole set. The first set is called Superstar, which is out right now, just recently. So these are the 2 books so far, but I have so many other books coming, and they're so fucking great. Like they're very original. I'm so excited. The Waltz novel has changed to Dear Matthew. It's called Dear Matthew now, and it's so much better. It's just, I'm so excited. The other one's like another novel I had its idea from a dream, which actually reminds me of something that I want to also tell you. A dream. It's always a dream, bro. The universe always talks to me in my dream. I'm not even fucking joking. It's not the first time. It just comes to me, and I'm gonna explain this another dream that I'm gonna talk about. But these books also have come from like dreams. Like literally, I like have split. Just like few seconds before I wake up, I see something, a vision or somebody, and then I wake up with an idea. Like literally, I didn't know. I'm writing a book right now, a fiction called Adam in Mesopotamia. I did not know what Mesopotamia is, what kind of, I didn't know there was such a civilization. I didn't know that my ancestry was like going back to this civilization. It's a long story, but that's a different thing. It was like when I publish the book, I'm gonna talk about it. But yeah, the Adam in Mesopotamia, my songs as well. My songs, like literally I hum tunes before I wake up, and then wake up and I'm like recording it so I wouldn't forget the tunes or the lyrics that I sing in my dreams. Fucking crazy. Anyway, so part-time band, to find a band and part-time. So before, as I said, I didn't even understand what part-time job was. Excuse me. I really struggled to socialize before going homeless, so I couldn't really land a job. But right now I have like 5 years plus experience in hospitality, so like I know what full-time, casual, part-time, all the jazz. But I really struggled like in hospitality as a waiter. It was really hard. It was really fucking hard. People think it's easy, like coming here in English. I didn't know there were different kinds of coffees. I didn't know even what like sunny side up means. I struggled to understand what the customers wanted, like very basic stuff, like eggs Benedict, stuff like that. There were so much things for me to learn, but I made it through, bro. Yeah, I just had to mingle with society, which will happen. Believe it or not, I've become a fucking superstar in fine dining. A pro cocktail shaker, a badass barista too. And I was able to say French words even my Aussie landlord was not able to say. French dishes and French wines, and it was fate for me to learn these fancy words for the novel Dear Matthew. Oh man, life is fucking crazy. So recently, right now, okay, let me see. Are things better now? If yes, do not kill yourself. If nobody loves you or cares for you, I do. We'll be seeing you then. You are one of the greatest persons Earth was blessed to have on it. Thank you, I guess. Yes. I didn't believe it before, but I think I am right now. You've got to love yourself so you can love people. Yes, I am doing so much better, bro. You've got the fucking permanent residency. You're going to get the citizenship very soon, as soon as you can afford for it. I'm gonna get the citizenship soon. My life has been so much good. My life has been so much better. I'm so fucking happy. I'm so peaceful. Yes, I want to move out of this place. I'm gonna get like an art grant soon, and hopefully I'm gonna go from there. Because right now, literally, I'm right now just starting to live my life. I'm 30 years old, but I'm just starting to live my life. Like, people always say when you're 30, that's when you actually start to live and things like start to change, when you find yourself. But yes, everything is out there. My business is out there, my books are out there, my art is out there. I just need the money to market them, and like to be able to hire a literary agent so I can distribute my books and go from there. I'm so excited, fingers crossed. But I worked so hard, I can still work so much harder. Yes, so the dream thing. The dream was, I had a very like small dreams, like a very short dream about a camel. I was like riding on a camel. That's the dream that made me realize that I'm patience. Like I am patience itself. I've been so like taking things slowly and patiently like a camel. And this letter had really, like they really connected this dream of like dreaming of a camel, remembering my patience throughout all of these years, and then the letter, then how this letter, like my patience from this letter to today, until today still, I'm still patient and humanified. So the dream was a camel. I was riding on a white, soft wool, is it wool or fur? Camel. And the camel was so wise and soft and sweet and like smiley. You know, camels are just like very smiley, like it's like hardships doesn't exist. I love them so much. They're so sweet. And the memory was really connected to a childhood memory. Like as in the dream, I was remembering a childhood memory. Like that's how realistic was the dream. Like I was in the dream, I was riding the camel, and I remembered my childhood memory. Like I knew that, oh, this is my childhood memory. Like how can reality feel so dense? Anyway, so I was riding this camel, and then the camel, like we were in a woolen desert, like a white desert of wool, and it was so bright and it was so cozy. People were so, I don't know, doing their own thing. I don't know how to explain it. It was so, you know, when you are a child and you go to a playground, you know the feeling when just like you feel so, it feels strange. It's like every child is doing their own thing and you're just having fun. That was the feeling I had in the dream. And the camel went up a hill, like a very big rolling hill, and then he started running downwards, and I was just so happy and felt so free. It's just this connection of freedom and the letter, it's just so fucking strange. But anyway, And then the camel has come to a stop, and then I saw like very hardworking men, like there were men hardworking, making walls and like shaving the camels and like doing stuff with walls. I don't know, like maybe building the hills. I don't know. And then I asked the camel, "What do you think of this?" And he said like, he's like very dismissive. He said like, what did they say? Fuck. I think he said, yeah. He said that's a tradition. He just said like, yeah. He said that's a tradition. Like, yeah, this is just the natural selection, as in like the universe. Like, don't worry yourself about how painful and harsh things are. Like how reality is harsh. This is just like natural selection. Like it's just like, even how harsh this is, you have to accept it as is. And then I wake up for a sound of an alarm. So my phone is always on silent. Like when I sleep, it's on silent. And the only alarm I get is when I get money on my bank, because as soon as money arrives in my bank, I'm on debt, as in like I'm using StepPay, like a service called StepPay, and I am so back in debt, like $400 something in debt. So if whenever money comes, it will go like to close that debt. Things will get better eventually as soon as I get the art grant. But for now, whatever money comes to my bank, I really need to put it in my saving so I can like use it for me, like to eat and stuff. So I woke up to this alarm and I thought, did I receive the art grant? So I opened the phone and I see that it was the StepPay service telling me, hey, you got a late fee added. Great. So I was depressed. I was like, oh, fuck me, of course. And then I looked at the mail, because I was looking on, maybe because I've been applying for jobs as well, and sending my art to galleries to see like if somebody would be interested. So I opened my mails. I got one mail saying that they have so many artists. This is not the first time. It's okay. I'm just gonna continue searching for art galleries. The jobs I applied for haven't replied yet. That's fine. It's okay. Eventually, I'm gonna find something that would be perfect for me. I know from experience. And last but not least, I found the letter, and I was like, holy shit. Is that the right fucking timing? I'm not doing well. That's what I thought. So I actually made a video. Before doing this video, I wasn't doing well, to a point I couldn't show my face. I was doing a voice message. Yeah, I was like recording voice recordings. I was making video just voice recording. But here I'm feeling great. And it's only for one reason that I feel great. I don't want to tell the name of the person, but like somebody popular on YouTube have been talking to me, and I've been talking to them, and we were sharing life stories, me giving them advices, and they're just like, we were connecting. We were so far apart. I have hardly any subscribers. Like in comparison to this YouTuber, I am a baby. Like I can't be even compared. But we actually were connected, like we related to the story so much. And recently, for some reason, when I make people feel better, I make myself feel better as well. So when I was talking to this YouTuber and see that I make them feel better and tell them like, hey, you are successful because like your success is determined by how much you overcome, then I felt better. And right now I'm in this video. It's me from the future again. I think that the reason I was so excited to tell the story about this YouTuber is when I get really excited, my brain really fogs, and my train of thought really, basically my thoughts just bump into each other. What I was trying to reveal or say is the fact that it really excited me how I was able to connect to somebody that is very successful in my eyes. Somebody I always looked up to and I was inspired by, and probably was one of the reasons why I wanted to become a YouTuber and run away. Well, one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel. It's a long story. Like my story is not only that. There was like a time, there was like also the secret how I making YouTube in secret so my family wouldn't know because it would cause me trouble. Anyway, so the point is, it really excited me how I connected with somebody who's very successful, and it just shown me that in the end, no matter like how far you reach up, like happiness is not, because my worry is success I'm afraid of success. I think I was afraid to say that. I'm afraid of success because I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of what I feel like. Even if I was successful, I'm going to still be unhappy. I know that like depression is something that I will always struggle with. So I think that this is why I'm actually also scared to get out there, because I know I want to be happy. Like, this is what my mind is telling me. So when I actually see myself that even if you are successful, you might not be happy still, I don't know, it just made me contemplate. I think that's what happened, and really made me just feel special. I think, yeah, connecting to that YouTuber, I just felt very special about myself, because like made me realize that I'm a strong person. Realize that I've been underestimating myself. So don't do that. Don't underestimate yourself. I made this shawl myself, by the way. I've been learning sewing, which is very fucking exciting. At some point I'm going to sell my own outfit made by my own paintings, which is very exciting. And I feel so much better, and I feel so grateful that I made this video, and I feel so transparent, and I feel so free to be myself with you guys. If you're still watching, thank you. If not, maybe somebody at some point we're gonna see this. This is my diary anyway. And if this popular person is watching this video, you're a fucking queen. We're gonna make it. We're gonna paint our past. No matter what haters gonna say, we're gonna fucking do it, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Not only me, not only that YouTuber, everybody who had been stomped upon, who've been like pushed to the floor, pushed aside, fucking push through, fly, just run, be you unapologetically be you, unapologetically, unapologetic, unapologetically. Still a better future. And yo, follow my Instagram. I post everything inspirational. I have my highlights to do with everything motivational. And so for you, you can keep up with my journey and see me fly high up above, and follow me on